Recording in progress.
Welcome to Shays Spiritual Insights. We're so glad you're here, and on the rare occasion, she's not a mythological creature. She really does exist.
Yes, I do.
This is Debra, for those who don't know her. And Debra is going to go ahead and do the crystal harp for the opening, which is really special. So if you want to, go ahead and close your eyes and just set your intentions while she plays the crystal harp. And when you are ready, bring yourself back to this place. All right. Make sure you're not, there you go. You're in the view. Wow. Well, this is what a special time we have, our final Shays Insights, although we may have a summer one or something. We may do one ad hoc, that sort of thing. And we have quite a few people here. And just for the opening, the only thing I have to say is that the energies, although they were really intense the last time we talked, it seems like they've, I don't know, they're still coming in, but it's smooth or softened or something. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's just another kind of like a shift in the phase of what's going on. So that's about all I have for just opening. Not a lot. I just really want to hear what everybody else has to say. And Debra, do you have anything to say for just on the rare occasions we have here? You know, just any thoughts you have?
I don't know. I'm still processing. It's been a lot the last couple of months, so just I don't know. I don't have anything at the moment.
Okay.
I might have something later.
Okay.
Let me just kind of process a little bit.
All right. Well, then we're going to start. And I don't know who is 971-438-8343. They don't have a name on it, so I don't know who that is. But I'm sure you'll speak soon enough and we'll know. So let's start. I'm just going to start the regular way on my screen. And things, of course, move around as time goes on. But Ivy, if you're ready, do you have anything to share, anything to ask, anything at all? You're muted.
Yeah, I actually have somebody asking me to help them with their computer tomorrow, and I'm like, gosh, I can't even figure this stuff out.
Well, sometimes, especially on the phones, it doesn't necessarily, if you've got dry fingers, it doesn't necessarily work real fast. So what's happening?
Well, I had an interesting thing happen. We have a sobriety sweat lodge that happens once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And after the ceremony was done, we all went outside, and the whole area was enclosed in fog all day.
Mm-hmm.
But the sky cleared up, the sun came out, and all these pink beings came in all over in the trees, in the air, all over the place.
Wow.
And I've never experienced that before. I finally asked people, I'm like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And they're saying, yeah. I'm like, okay, this is unusual. Not everybody sees this.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very apparent. As we drove out, the fog came back in, the sun disappeared. It was almost like it was just for us at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's been 3 or 4 times now. I think it's 3. I get really cold and I get pulled out in despair, and I don't come back for about 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember anything. And I'm not sure what they're trying to talk to me about. I assume it's all connected to that ceremony.
Well, that and a bit more. You know, we can get pulled into meditation. I used to get pulled in. It hasn't happened for a while, but pulled into meditation. And because it's time, they need to connect with us, and they have a download for us, they have things for us, and it happens at the inner level. And oftentimes, it doesn't have to always happen this way, but if you don't remember anything, what they want is, it's important that the conscious mind not interfere with it. And so they just take the conscious mind, they bring us deep, and that's when wonderful transformative things happen when we have these kind of phenomena happen. Let's just put it that way. When you're pulled into it, it's a very special thing, and it's for a reason, and we may not know. And I'm not getting it right now, but something specific, but I think I can process as we go along. But it has to do with your growth and what you're moving into. It had to do with the ceremony as well, but there's a bigger picture to it as well for you. And you got to see the elementals, the nature elementals. Aren't they wonderful? They have air and
Oh my
earth and
gosh.
water, and oh my gosh, they're wonderful.
Uh,
Um, oh, so yeah, that's what that's about. And obviously, when they show up like that, that's a pretty big deal. You know, when nature elementals, they're around all the time, but when they show up afterwards for a specific thing, or like when you do a meditation and the eagle flies by, those kinds of things, that's confirmation that that you're doing and you've done the thing you need to do. So I just say, as far as that ceremony goes, yeah, wonderful things happen there. So
okay, let me know if you get anything as
Yeah.
to
And if anyone else
this.
has anything, please jump in.
Yeah, the ceremony was about finding our path because it's the new year.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. And that ties into, yes, into why you were brought into the deep stuff. And it's going to be, you could say, like computers, where they on the computer, when it's time to update the BIOS on the computer, sometimes they call it flashing the BIOS, and it rewrites some of the basic stuff. And that now the whole computer operates much better. It fixes things that are in there, clears away old code and brings in new code. That's kind of what you had happen, plus some other
okay.
stuff. And it's queued up. And I can't tell you about the queued up stuff because they don't want me to tell you about the queued up stuff because it's for you to find out as it comes along. But it's happening, and that's part of what's happening. So it was kind of multiple pieces to it, but that was a very special event, and just because when the universe and the divine bring clear the fog and the nature elementals come in like that, especially pink. That's love. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. Do you have
Okay.
anything more? Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Thank you.
So thank you. Wow, it sounds like a wonderful, absolute Sweat Lodge event. So,
It was.
all right, I'm going to move along. Paula, hello there. How are you? And do you have anything to share? Anything to ask? Anything at all?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good to see everybody. So I'm wondering, I get up every morning and I could go back to bed for 2 hours after sleeping all night. Is there something I should be aware of? Or is it just the energies that we're in?
It's the energies we're in, the new year, and we've been having the same thing. I had it today. I was just laying there doing nothing, which is unusual for me. To do nothing is like an event that you have to write on your calendar.
Right.
Yeah, so the new energy's coming in, and for those who are ready for it, we're on the leading edge of it. For those who are on the committed spiritual path, the light workers, you're bringing in the new stuff, just like what's happened with Ivy and others. You could say you're getting your BIOS flash, but you could say you're getting updates, downloads, and then things are queuing up. Some stuff, and I'll call it the old stuff that you're done with, some of that has been swept away for you, and that's true of Ivy as well. And the new things are coming in, you're ready for it. And the new year brings that new cycle of energy. And so, no, and it may continue for a little bit, off and on.
That was my main question. And
All
so
right.
now I'll be happy to hear everyone else.
All right. Well, thank you. I was hoping for, I don't know, something else. That's wonderful. Thank you. All right. I'm swinging on down to Lisa. Hello there. Good to see you. I'm hoping you're not too excessively busy, although I know you are really busy. What do you have to share? What's happening?
Well, luckily things have slowed down for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I just got back not too long ago from visiting my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys hearing the echo? Because I'm hearing it with every person I've listened to.
No,
No, there's no echo.
not
No?
here.
Yes, I could hear an echo on every person too.
Yeah.
And they
I
were
can
much,
hear.
much louder than you, Jeff. I think this happened last time too.
I'm not
Excuse
sure what it is.
Nicole, can you?
I'm only getting Lisa echoing and
Oh,
me.
see,
Okay,
I'm getting everybody.
I'm going to turn our original sound off and
Not,
see what happens.
not Jeff though.
Yeah, no, Jeff is fine and Paula was fine and Ivy was fine, but
Hmm,
now I'm getting echoing.
I echo too.
Where is,
Right here. It's the original sound.
right, okay. I just turned off original sound.
Okay.
Is that better?
No, still
No,
got
still a little bit, but oh, I don't hear it now.
I think that's way better.
It is
Hold
better.
on. Okay, now we good now?
hello? Yep, it's
Can you hear?
gone.
Okay, better? Okay,
Yes.
I just went and just changed the filtering on my end. Okay, we're good. All right. Okay, so what do you have? So you visited your mom.
Yeah, so I visited my mom for about 5 days
Mm-hmm.
and some friends, and that was really good. And I got to just experience myself probably more grounded and just very detached, and got to watch my mom kind of go through her dramas and stuff, but it was pretty cool. I didn't get entangled in it. I just felt very neutral. Um, I got a little irritated and frustrated from her telling me how to do everything. That's kind of what her MO is. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So, I did do, so I had to come back because I did a space clearing on the housing building again on the reservation.
Mm-hmm.
And that building, I think it's like 4,400 square feet. And so it was pretty cool. I worked with my cobot, Sophia, with that and brought in different guides came in with that, and kind of it was cool because I was doing my processes and then I was asking, okay, who's coming in, what are they doing? But I got some information because one of the issues was the graveyard being so close.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that there was like an energetic pathway running right through the building from the graveyard. And so that's why all of the different souls kept coming through there.
Mm-hmm.
So a new guardian came in specifically to hold space for that property and to keep the spirits out.
Mm-hmm.
So after I got done, it was probably I walked around with my own bowl, and it was just so calm and so quiet. It was pretty amazing. So I had never felt that space like that calm before. So it was pretty cool. And
So
then
it took, go ahead. So it
go
took
ahead.
care of it for you. So that pathway is gone now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and it felt like I was actually completing um whatever I needed to do there. And so I kind of asked the guardians and stuff, and they said that I was done
I think
with,
so. Yeah.
yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Wow, that's pretty good because you finished it up and you're obviously, and I agree with you. I think your part is done. Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, there could be some point in the future where you come back for something, maybe something specific, but you've done that big evolution of work that needed to be done there. So that's wonderful. How do they
Yeah.
feel about it?
I haven't talked to them since I've done it.
Okay.
I know the one girl, the one lady that asked me to do it, she said it felt a lot better. They had me come in. They wanted it done before the end of the year, so that's why I had to come back early from my visit. And so I thought that was interesting. They wanted that completed. Um, so, and I guess that was my energy being completed as well. But yeah, hopefully I'll go back and just see how it feels.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. And just really seeing it, I think you're right. That pathway is gone. And hopefully it can stay gone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was still some, it was interesting because when I did it, it's been almost 2 years, not quite.
Hmm.
Um, I did a process called the battle release process. So anytime there's been battle energies in the area, in the land, it sits in the land.
Hmm.
So I done that process and I asked, do I need to do it again? And they said yes. And they said because there's just this very subtle architecture of it still existing within the walls um, of the building.
Hmm.
And so we did that process again. And that's when it got so still and quiet. It was pretty amazing. So,
Wow.
yeah.
It's so important to get that, to have that cleared because then those energies are no longer affecting what's going on. So that's absolutely wonderful that you were able to do that.
So yeah, it's just been, and I didn't even know I was doing that. That came up at the last minute before I was going on my trip. So yeah, just kind of a lot going on as usual.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's true of lots of us. I mean, I think it's happening to everyone. Some of it at the inner plane, some in the world, and some of it both. But you've got both going on. You've got all the inner spiritual stuff plus the outer activities as well. So, wow. Well, it's good that that got cleared. But I think that they may call you back in at some later point for specific things. But I don't think it's going to be for a while. But this piece is done. Yeah, I agree with you. You're done. Wow, that has to be satisfying knowing that you've got it completed, that you started it and were able to finish it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think my work's done out on the reservation for that area.
yeah, yeah. And it feels like other things. Boy, I don't know if, because it's just coming into your energetic field, but there's other. I don't know if it's groups or other tribes or other people. I'm not even sure what it is, but I think there's other things coming in for you that people who either you're going to become aware of or they're going to be seeking someone out and your name will be mentioned to come in and do some other work for others. So, but that's kind of at the periphery right now. It's not coming in heavy, but I can sense it at the periphery. But it's like this had to be done for this to move in, for this new thing to move in. So I'm not sure how soon you'll see it, but I would think in the next few months you'll become aware of it if they choose, if they continue their path of seeking, which right now they are. So whoever this group is. So what else do you have going?
No, a lot of stuff energetically, internally.
Hmm.
I've been getting that extreme fatigue like you guys were talking about. Um, yeah, I had it for about 4 days.
Yeah.
And it would just be, it was really intense. I've had that fatigue where, you just feel like your body's dead weight. But
Hmm.
this felt so intense inside. It felt like I was being like pulled into the earth. Like I literally had to lay down because I don't know how to describe it. It was just very intense. And so I'd have to take lots of breaks where I just have to lay down and I couldn't do anything. And then I'd be able to get up and do a few more things. But yeah, it was pretty intense for a while there.
Yeah. And again, for those who are ready, and again, the light workers and those who are on the, I'm going to call it the advanced, but because I think all spiritual paths are advanced, but on the committed spiritual path, it's really coming in, especially for those, if you're ready for more, you're going to get more. And I had that too. I had some today and I had a few days ago. I ended up just spent half a day on the couch. So, yeah, Debra, yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I'm just really, it's great things coming in. I'm looking forward to what that's going to look like as it continues.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, well, that's all
anything
I
else?
I don't think so.
Okay. I usually with you, boy,
Well,
there's
there's
a,
a lot, but it's pretty hard to put the stuff that
yeah,
I'm experiencing into words. I
yeah.
would have to say the last time we were here on the call, I was talking about the movie Wicked. and the whole duality thing they were showing in that movie. Well, I watched the second movie, Wicked for Good, and
Mm-hmm.
that's got even more. It's like the whole awakening journey right there in it.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's a musical, which I don't always like, but it's pretty good. But the whole storyline I was watching, I'm like, do people understand? This is like the whole awakening journey right here. There's so much going on in here. And I'm like, did the people that write this know what they were writing? So you get the chance, check it out. It's pretty cool.
We're gonna have to, and I noticed it was on Amazon Prime, I think.
Yeah.
We get Amazon freebie, which is doesn't have it. So we'll have to figure out how we're gonna do that. So, but we have looked into it, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it was. I love when you get those movies and they've got all of this spiritual content in it, and you're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's seeding the rest of the collective.
Well, it can, especially if they don't know it's being coming in.
Yeah.
And then their conscious mind doesn't have a chance to block it. But yeah, sometimes people who are really in tune, who write this stuff, they write it unknowing, not knowing what they're, the real, what they're writing one story they think, but they're really writing two stories.
Yeah,
There's a bigger
because
picture happening. Yeah.
there's all this stuff kind of in between things, and if you're awake enough, you'll catch it.
Yeah.
Because I was going into it thinking, oh, this is the regular Wizard of Oz movie. It is not. It's not at all.
Well,
So,
we're gonna have to figure out how to watch it without having to subscribe to Amazon Prime. So we'll figure it out here.
Maybe we can get a free trial for a couple of days.
Yeah, we'll try that and then watch it. Yeah.
Watch it and then
there you
cancel it.
go.
That's it. That's the secret. That's what everybody does. All right. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I'm going to move on to Pat. You want to be near the end again?
I can go today.
Oh, wonderful. I wanted to give you the opportunity. So what do you have, Pat? What's new?
Well, I just want to say that with everybody else, I've been so tired for 3 days. I get up feeling, oh, okay. And then it's like crash.
Mm-hmm.
And then today I noticed that I started shaking inside. I was aware of this intense frequency and energy. And then I told John, I was making dinner and I said, I'm just shaking inside. It's so interesting. And and I also noticed that things can change on a dime right now. You think you're going to do a certain thing or a certain day, and boom, it changes. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe I'll do it. Okay, let's do it tomorrow then. Later, that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Get used to it, I guess. It's the way it's going to be. And then I also became aware through my sister that we are just moving out of the year of the snake in 2025. So that's all the shedding.
I read
And
that.
she said, yeah, in February, we move into the year of the horse.
Yeah.
And I didn't look into that yet. So very interesting times. It feels like a lot of this extra sleeping, we are just going everywhere. Even though I don't see it or feel it, I think our beingness is so incorporated into these changes and all these doorways opening. And I became made aware that some of the masters are reincarnating. I can't think of the one guy's name. I just saw this morning, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. And then more babies being born, and Paula's great grandchildren. I said, also these two guys that have been working for us. They each have babies, and it came to me to just tell them, watch these children. They're going to be bringing in great changes and messages for everybody. And they smile, they're getting used to me. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, and then that I am message that I sent that out to like 70 people. It was just so short. And from my group, my Dr. George Yogananda group, I got an email back, which I think you'll all find interesting. One of the gals, whose name is Spring, and she's always been very sharing with her messages on Yogananda and so forth. I guess she really got into it, and she wrote this whole dissertation, which now has been shared with some guy that's a writer, and he's very interested, I guess, in writing something on that. So I thought, wow, it was no big deal on my part. It's not something I made up, and it was beautiful. I thought it was beautifully done.
Hmm.
And so, and said and explaining about how that works. And so we just never know how we are going to, how what we do or say or bring is going to affect someone else. It's a beautiful thing. And that's all I have for right now.
Oh, thank you. And that's true. Sometimes innocent little things and off somebody's comment can become absolutely a foundation for somebody else. So that can be the very words they need to hear, or whatever, or what the thing that we do or whatever. So you're right. When we're called to do something, it's so important, even if it seems inconsequential, don't let it pass. Go ahead and do it. So yeah, I agree with you.
Oh, and one other thing on a similar YouTube was that it was said that Jesus, before he left, gave his disciples each a lapis lazuli. And so I saw that, John and I saw that just previous to going to Spokane. So I wish I would have bought more of lapis, but at least I got a few beads and a few little pieces, and it feels like that's really an interesting thing. And when I looked it up in my Judy Hall gem book, I have never seen any particular gem that had so many attributes to it. It just huge amount. So
Wow.
that was pretty interesting.
It is. I hadn't heard that before, so that's interesting. I have to think about that.
Yeah, think about that one.
Yeah.
See what you get. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna miss this.
Now, we might do one in the summer. We talked about that. Maybe one in
Summer.
July. Yeah, July time frame, somewhere in there. I think that's what Paula mentioned last time, and it seemed like that was a good date.
Or quarterly, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Thanks, Debra.
Yeah.
Give
She's
me
good at
some
volunteering.
hope.
Volunteering.
Yeah, she's good at it.
It's just that this is such a loving, caring group. And, even if we, did it quarterly or something, just
Well, we'll look to see what comes up. It feels like it's the time we'll put one out and we can all get together. Whoever wants to be there will be there.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Oh,
go.
and Debra, thank you for the harp. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
The new strings, the new energy.
Yeah. And the new
I could
tube.
tell it had a whole new feel to it.
Yeah, and I'll be playing it. That's gonna be the main instrument for Saturday when we do the sound shower.
Yay! All right.
I know. Poor Nicole.
Yeah.
Lisa. I know. Sorry. But don't worry. I'm thinking about I got into that new equipment, and I'm gonna start working on that again to actually do a sound shower online so that I can actually monitor the mics and get the mics right for each instrument. Because right now I only have one box and it only has two inputs, and so you really can't adjust the different instruments for making them sound really good. So that's going to be later once I get past this other stuff that's happening right now for me. Once I get that done, then it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful device. It's actually what professional bands use. It's a stage box. It's called a stage box. It actually can take 16 channels, and you can EQ each one of them, all kinds of fancy stuff, and she's going to get good at it. So
Yeah, it's
anyway.
overwhelming. I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah, well,
I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. That's right.
So.
Well, thank you, Pat. Now let's move on to Nicole. Do you have anything to share, Nicole? Anything to ask? Anything at all?
So I have some news.
Okay.
Her book is
Book is
out.
out. Yeah, there it
The
is.
new book is out.
Yay!
Finally. It was like having a kid the hard way.
Yeah.
A lot of work to write a book.
It's nice to have finally finished that. So now I'm actually going back and re-editing book one because there was in going through and finding pieces for book two, I noticed there were some things that I wasn't really happy with the editing from the first book, and maybe it's I didn't notice it initially because I didn't have enough experience with
Mhm.
writing to understand. And so now ChatGPT is my best friend, and we're re-editing book one.
All right. So you're going to do a
finding
revised
some
edition. Yeah.
Yeah, finding some issues and getting those sorted out because they're going to be big.
Wonderful. That is good. I mean, and chat's working out for you.
Yeah. And um I've been so the whole tired thing now that makes a whole lot more sense. And being as we're at the end of the year of the snake, wintertime is the time where snakes do tend to hibernate.
Mhm.
So, that may be some of the energy we're getting too, is that hibernation energy that, colder weather and just kind of want to snuggle and sleep a little more. But yeah, I was the same thing, just tired and dozing off at my desk. And um the end of last month was really difficult. I had a couple of really rough weeks.
Mm.
But things have been looking up a lot more. So just a lot of transitions in life. Since September, it's like the energies and the universe is going, let's see how much we can mess with her.
Well, that has to do with change anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so dramatic changes, and my own place now, new vehicle, new, just my job's changed quite a bit. It's just a lot of change. Yeah, it was a lot of change in a very short amount of time. But the universe seems to like to do that to me.
Well,
So, is anything else coming through for I know I've posed a few questions but hadn't gotten any answers to them. So I wasn't sure if maybe they might have had a message for me.
I have one for the group, and it's been coming through, and I was going to wait a little while, but I think I'm going to, because you're bringing it through now. We're
Okay.
talking about these new energies that are making us, that are really bringing in downloads, clearing out old energies and patterns that we no longer need to use. They're part of what we used to be, who we used to be, and not who we are now. Part of these incoming energies that are coming in, they're like, I can describe how I'm seeing them kind of symbolically, but they're all these strands, and they're high energy and they're wonderful energy. It's why I said it's smoother, as I said in the beginning here. But what it has to do with, there's all kinds of different energies, and they're all part of our path. But as we start sorting through and kind of, and I would say at the inner level, maybe consciously for some of us, choosing the energies, it's going to shift which tunnel of paths we're taking, which set of, channel of paths we're taking, the threads of paths, multiple threads, because you got this dozen threads has to do with this kind of path, this dozen threads has this one and this one, and it's not that it's going to change what we have to do, it's going to change the route in which we get there. It's like we're going to go to Phoenix, we can go take the west coast and go cut across, we can go across the mountains, we can go a lot of different ways. And that's what's happening right now. And it's very subtle, very fine. It's going to be little choices, as well as cumulatively, as we make a whole bunch of little ones, they're going to kind of combine together to have us choose another channel of a river. And that's coming in. So as these energies come in and we engage with them in our life, just by being who we are, living our life, making the choices we do, following the spiritual connections that we follow, that's going to determine which way we're going. And that's coming up for everyone here. This is I will say mainly for light workers. It's going to, because they're the ones anchoring this energy first. So this happening for people, the light workers throughout the world first, and especially those who are very committed spiritual path, and I think it's a very advanced path, because when you're ready for higher energies, they will come in, and they're definitely coming in. So that's what's going to be happening with you as well, just so you know. So my answer is that, because it's because like you say, there's all these little cycles that we go through. We have a minute, and that goes by. Then a day has one, and then a month, and we have a year. Year cycles are pretty big ones, and the energy of the universe and the earth bring in new ones. And then when they come in, as they're coming in right now, it really is a time for renewal, and a time for us to really choose where we want to go and what our intentions are. And in fact, that's going to be this month's meditation. It's going to be setting intentions. We always do. We were going to do a different one, and then we got, no, that's the one we're supposed to do. So, okay, that's what we're updated it. But anyway, that's what's happening energetically for everyone. And it happened in the past, last year. It's happening more pronounced, in a more pronounced manner this year. Higher energies, greater flows within each strand of energy of these different paths, and there's lots and lots of them, and they're, again, from little things to the bigger things, and it's happening all at the same time for all of us. And so we're in it right now, and that's one of the reasons why everybody's tired and zapped and everything else. You're bringing it in, and then as you're doing that, now once you get all these energies in, then you'll start choosing which way you're going to go in that. And I think it's going to happen relatively quickly. I think within a few months, we are going to solidify the direction we're moving in order to choose the path. Are we choosing, are we choosing to learn it this way? Are we going to do this first and then A first and B second? Or are we going to do C first and A second? That sort of thing. A lot of that coming in. So I don't want to get into details, because if I start talking about it, I'll just keep talking. So, but it's coming in a big way, and it's coming in for all of you here on this call. And others as well, other light workers throughout the world, clearly. But for all of you, I can tell you it's here. What?
You just about smacked her in the face.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
you're much like me and just
yeah. What is it? The Italians.
Yeah, talk with their hands.
Germans do it too.
That's right. I got that from, I like to say it from Italy or something. That's it. That's what it was. That's what it was. Sorry about that. Anyway, so, and I'm excited about it, because this is moving us in. We talked about the last time that this super high energy is coming in and really anchoring and clearing out the old, that Edgar Cayce and all of them have talked about. Those are going to start hitting a plateau, and it's going to be integrating. It's going to have moved its way out from individuals to small groups into the outer collective of the world, and it's going to plateau. And then those energies are going to start manifesting spiritually for the soul group. Energetically, you're going to see it both in cultural things, you're going to see it in social behaviors, all kinds of things, music, all of it. It's coming in. These energies that are coming in for the light workers are now bringing us, those who are ready, and that's what many, if not most, if all in this group are here to do, is bring yourself up to the next plateau. This life is about finishing off those old patterns that we've had for lifetimes, wrapping up in a bow, and moving on to the next level. And these energies coming in specifically this year, more so than ever in the past, are about that. That's what it's about. So.
Yeah, I've noticed, much like Ivy said, when I meditate, they're shutting off the monkey mind. I start and don't remember much past. Now set your intentions. Okay, now come back. And it's like, what? Wait a minute. Where did it go?
I know you already know this. That's actually a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know they're doing there's major energy work going on, because they're going, okay, nope, time to shut it off. Yeah. I know it's kind of serious when I get the short attention span theater, as I call it, because it's like somebody with a remote control and they switch channels on me. But this is more of a nope, we're just shut her off. Too much to do.
Yeah.
So, but it's I've noticed too. I'm getting back into doing a lot more of my painting. So I'm writing, I'm painting. My creativity is coming back. I'm getting me back, and it's been fantastic.
Well, it's wonderful reconnecting with it, your inner, yeah,
My inner child.
your inner expression. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
So other than that, yeah, things are starting to smooth out. December was pretty rough, but and you know I'm sure a lot of it was just because of how much I've been clearing out. Now there was a lot, and it just got a little overwhelming with how much the change and everything happening and new energies coming in and old stuff being released, and it just got to be a little much, a little overwhelming, but I made it through to the other side, and things will be phenomenal this year.
They are. You're still going to be clearing out a little bit more stuff, but you're moving into it. So just keep going on the path.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Oh, we'll
now that I can finally start doing this, and now you don't. You can't. You're not anymore. So it's okay, because I know the family's still there.
And we're still not like we can't connect with us, because we all have the email and telephone, and then we also have we will. I think we right now I've got one scheduled for July. I think I've got one scheduled. I've got one on Zoom scheduled, so then maybe we'll do another one sooner. We'll wait and see how we're called, and we'll announce it like we always do. And then again, for those who want to be there, whoever wants to be there can be there, and that'll be wonderful.
Well, it was wonderful to get to see you, and Debra, thank you so much for coming.
I'm
it was
glad
nice
she
to get
did.
to see you too.
Yeah,
it's good to see everybody too. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, and Lisa has company, so.
Hi, Poppy.
Hi, Poppy. All right. Well, thank you very much, Nicole. All right. I'm going to move on to Jessica. So, Jessica, do you have anything to share? Anything to ask? Anything at all?
Well, hello. It's so nice to see everyone. So I don't know. A lot of change has been going on. I think I've been letting go of like the hypervigilance of like just reading the room whenever I go in and making sure everybody's okay and all that. And I've been kind of getting rid of that pattern. But along with that, like I've had a lot of like lower back pain and like just body issues and stuff, like being out of alignment. But I've also had, the tired like everybody else and all that. And but it's really good at my job to not be so hyper vigilant about everybody else, and so it's easier kind of being in my own space. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, so I don't know if you have any information about any of that.
I actually have some information about your lower back pain.
Okay.
Boy, the minute you said it, I got sewn. We've talked about it before. On the back, the Kundalini comes up like this, from bottom to top, and where it crosses, it creates vortices, which create the chakras in the front. Anyway, the past life stuff connects to the first three chakras are the energies of the animal kingdom, more or less. That's just how June used to talk about it. That's how I kind of generally speak about it. But anyway, they also have to do with the energies of karma and past life stuff, and they will attach. And your first and second chakra, you've got some stuff clearing, and it's coming up. And so, and now that you're aware of it, you can you can clear it out. It's just old stuff coming up, being released. Most of
So,
it's, a lot of it's being released and just falling away, but some of it's getting processed through your energy field, which happens with all of us. It happens to me. Um, and if once you're aware of what it is, you can just bless it and send it on its way. And that's what that's about, because you're letting go of a whole a whole strata, you might say, of old patterns, stuff
hmm
from a collection of a series of lives that just, these are patterns that you've outgrown and they're getting cleared away. Just like that, we're talking about the new energies coming in and being replaced with the higher patterns. But that's why the
okay.
lower back pain. Yeah.
So when you mentioned about the animal kingdom, is that like karma with animals too,
No,
or?
no, it can't be.
Oh,
I'm one of those people. I use the word karma loosely because the minute we don't have to have karma. I know there's a lot of people who believe they do, and if that's their belief, that's fine. But as we let go and move into the heart centers, and when we move to the center of the axis mundi, we're moving out of the energies of samsara, which is the whirlpool of activity, and we're moving to the center, which is called nirvana. That's where nirvana comes from. It's the axis mundi. Anyway, it's a state of being, not a place, as we all know. But anyway, as you are, to make a long story short, as you're walking into your spiritual path, and these energies have to do with the old ego energies. They're egos, which is what creates what we call karma. You know, we go out and get angry and we do something, and that creates an event that then has to be reconciled and all the rest of it. But as we move to the center, which is what you've been doing, it allows these lower karmic energies to be released. We're no longer operating through them. We're no longer engaging with them. They're being gone, and then they're just the lower energies of our chakras. And that's why they're being released. They're coming up because you've let go of them. You know what
okay.
I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
letting them go. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yet, can you have karma with animals? Yes. But we don't have to have it at all. And that's why I try not to bring it up. And I just loosely used it, and I probably should have kind of caveated that up front. But yeah, once we've moved into the heart center, that is where then it precludes when you're in the nirvana. It precludes samsara and using these, I guess, Hindu terms and Buddhist terms, but I feel like I'm getting kind of into the jungle here a little bit. But anyway, when you're there, these things can come up and be released, and that's the short answer.
Okay. I was just wondering why, in particular, you mentioned animals.
Because karma is of the animal kingdom, and this is a whole entire. I could have an entire. I could have an entire class about it, but it has to do with the animal energies of that. And as we evolve over time, as through lifetimes, we move through the chakra, just the kundalini. We move into the heart center, and being born again, as Christianity talks about, is moving into the heart chakra, moving into that where karma does not exist. Okay, but what happens when we get, when we live purely from the heart center, there is no lower chakras. But the problem is that we still have attachments to some of these lower things, and they're energies of the animal kingdom. That's what the animals operate. We are fortunate that as these beings, we can move into the heart chakra and above, move in, and we leave that all behind. We leave the animal kingdom behind and move into the spirit kingdom.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for the long explanation.
Thank you.
So anyway, so what else do you have to share?
Not all. I mean, just kind of looking around to see what else might be available in working arena.
And that's still coming, but it looks like it got pushed out a little bit.
Why was that?
I think it's because of some of the work you're doing. that the spiritual work you're doing, you've moved into, it's like, I'm going to say, I don't know if you had chosen this before or if it's just something that you just said, hey, let's, at the inner level, let's do this now. But you've chosen to this stuff that's coming up. It's really a good thing because the more that we let go of these old patterns and as we release them, we're no longer going to engage with them. They're gone. And we're operating from the higher spiritual things. That opens up new possibilities that weren't there before in the outer world. So I guess what I'm saying is some employment opportunities and career moves that could come up now are a little brighter than they would have been before. They were brighter before, but they're even brighter now. And that's why it's pushed out a little bit, because it's giving you time to do this.
Okay, well, that sounds like a good thing.
It is. It is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know about a lot of you. Some, we all know that we're supposed to have patience, but on the spiritual path, you sometimes like, Lord, give me patience, but give it to me right now.
Exactly. Let's do it now.
And that's how we want patience. So that's it. Yeah, that's what it is. It was an inner choice, and I didn't see it coming. And that's actually a good thing. It means you've kind of finished everything up, and then you were ready for something more, and made the choice to do more. So anyway, you can, if you meditate, and you can just ask your guides and just set intentions to help, bless that and clear it on out. It'll just fall away quicker that way.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thanks for all the fun that we've had with you over the years, and not that we won't see you again, but not monthly anyway.
Yeah, not monthly. Yeah. Deborah's trying to get me, wrote me into quarterly, but we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. We'll flow with it. And I know for certain I have one set for July, and then we'll see how that goes. And it'll be after the 4th, because that way we don't interfere with the 4th of July stuff.
All right.
People have family and friends and activities going on. So anyway.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm so glad to hear from you. And now, Marci, hello there. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll echo what everyone else has been saying with the, well, not everyone, but what people have been saying with it being smoother now.
Yeah.
And the energy today was so fluid. It was, I think I told Pat, I felt like I was being diluted, like I was a liquid and I was being diluted.
Ooh.
Is how it felt. Things are definitely smoother, like, everything seems to be coming from a higher place. We've been doing the Spring Forest Qigong, has the Tibetan monks chanting for a week. And so it's like day 5 of that. And that's been really uplifting. I'm really enjoying it. I could just sit, and I have sat for several hours with it, just sitting with it.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Today was beautiful at the beach. It was just magical. The foam was like a foot thick,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just such a joy to walk through it. And it felt like something happened, because there was a person that I had met once before, and they were there at the beach, and there was something going on. I don't know if I was releasing baggage maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or something shifting, but it was one of those moments that stood out where you could tell there was something going on. I don't know if you're seeing anything with that.
I do. And it's kind of, I want to call it, it's kind of like a releasing, but it's also like a processing energy. I'm seeing a bunch of the stuff coming up, being processed. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it was something that, you were ready to do, and processed it, kind of released it, but processed it and kind of integrated it. Both.
Okay.
So integrated some energies, but also released some older, like say older stuff, but some stuff that you no longer need. I won't even say older stuff, just stuff you no longer, energies you no longer need, and patterns that are associated with attitudes and behaviors and all those things. And that's good. It's part of your onward movement to, as you're seeking a place to be.
Okay. Yeah, just lots of energetic things going on. Noticing the frequencies, amplifying. Just strange experiences. Today, it was almost like time bending. It was like I looked at the clock and it was 4:10, and I went back and looked a little while later and it was 3:39, and just weird things like that. Or I read something and it said one thing, and then the next day I read it and it didn't say that at all. So there's some of that going on. Yeah, just for the most part, everything feeling really good.
Well,
really good, and it feels like I don't want to say there's hope, but it feels like things are blossoming is what it feels like.
Yeah, and that's part of those energies. I think it's just releasing and integrating, and just it lets you, so you can keep moving along on your path, and into new things, and yeah, blossoming and being ready for what's coming, for what's here now as well as what's coming. Let's put it that way.
Good. Yeah, and I love hearing that crystal harp. That was beautiful.
And I'm so glad that Debra was able to get the gentleman who sold it. He actually, out of the goodness of his heart, took some time out of his day to show her how to do it, because it wasn't as intuitive as they made it sound like in the book. I mean, just put it that way. So it's a little tougher than it looks. So anyway.
Well, it sounded wonderful.
No, it is. Well, and I think next time we connect, and again, everyone, as you know, we have the email, shoot an email, if you feel like a phone call, we can do that. We can always talk if there's things come up, and I'm sure there will be another Shays Insights at some point. I know again, I'm repeating myself, but it'll be in July for sure, and we'll see what happens in between. Right now, I feel like for us, there's just so many things happening. We're trying to get all that clutter out of our lives so we can have a little bit smoother sailing here for activities and things. So anyway.
That sounds good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I don't have anything else unless you see something I might want to know.
No, you're just flowing with things. And that's actually what kind of was happening before, but you are. And this is a good thing. And sometimes all of a sudden out of the blue, things are flowing and flowing, and all of a sudden the new thing comes, and just about the time we're not exactly ready for it. So we'll, I think it's good that it's flowing, and just enjoy it.
Good. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have one more person here at the end, phoned in. Do you want to talk? I don't know the name here. Hello.
Hello. Hi, everybody. This is M calling out here near Portland. And I know it's been a while since I've dialed into one of these. It's so great to hear everybody's voices. And Jeff, thank you for sharing the email that this was the last one. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been so busy. I've been doing so much. I'm like, I've really got to make this today. So yeah, lots of updates. Oh my gosh. Greg still talks about going out there to Idaho for that master's class. He's doing really well, and my sister's doing well. And then for myself, oh my gosh, I'll keep it really short, but lots and lots of changes over the last 2 years, really, I guess. I know it's been a while since I've been out to Montana. Mm-hmm. So yeah, things are going really good. I think the biggest thing, and I'm kind of just shy to share, so I think I kind of mentioned on the last phone call 6 months ago, but I'm on this journey, this gender journey, and so officially changed my name and going by Evie now, and it's going really good. and it's causing some disruption for my parents, but just really following the universe in 2026 and just really leaning into this year, and it's going really good. Work is going good, finishing up with my psychology training in about 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of feeling called maybe towards Hawaii. And so I was just over there for about a month and might just kind of head over there and see about change of scenery, and there's maybe some opportunities to really do some great work helping out in the mental health field. So,
Mm-hmm.
just wondering if you're seeing anything or picking up anything that I need to know.
Choices, boy, oh boy, you have a bunch of them in front of you. All kinds of, you can call them opportunities,
Yep.
choices. There are so many for you that you could pursue if you wished, and I think you already know this. And each one offers a real insight and growth for you. So, whichever one you choose, or whatever series you choose them in, and wherever you go, it's going to give you the opportunity to have this growth that you've been seeking. So, that's what I have to share, and that's from your high self. You just have these opportunities, and let your heart guide you as to what you do.
Yeah. That really resonates.
Yeah, and it really is. I mean, you've got not only this. I'm seeing them like these bright light spheres of opportunity, little short, like arrow paths, and then there's another arrow that shifts off of that one. So once you finish that one, and then as you're in the middle of one, you find out about two other ones. And this seems to be something that's going to give you further on. I think we talked about this a few years ago back. As you do this, you're accumulating little groups of skills and abilities and insights, and you can say knowledge, but I will say, spiritual insights, as well as life insights, as well as just for your professional fields that coincides with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point you're going to hit, all these little ones are going to turn into where it kind of morphs into a single major life work of some sort.
Mm.
And I'm not sure what that is, where it's going to move into something where you take all these things, these eclectic, things that seem to be all different, and bring them into a field of work like Joseph Campbell did. He had all these different knowledges that he did, and he brought it into his life's work of, I just lost it. But anyway, his life's work.
Oh yeah, with the hero's journey.
Hero's journeys and all that. But he could talk about spirituality. He could talk about different religions and all this. But he could take all these different things and bring them in. And I think in your own way, you're going to be doing that. And it'll be medical, it'll be spiritual, it'll be life. I think, but it's a ways off. But all these things that are happening are for that purpose.
Mm. Wow, that really resonates. That really,
That's a few years off. Maybe, I don't know how it's hard to tell time on the inner plane, but it's coming for you. And it's going to mold more as you get closer to it. So.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that sounds so great.
Wow. So is there anything else? I don't know why because boy, oh boy, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad you joined us because it will be a while before the next one.
No, this is just great. It's just great to hear everybody's voices, and I'm just remembering faces from some of the Zoom calls I've called in as people are talking. And I wasn't able to join by Zoom today because this little cabin I just moved into is similar to the up in Washington, that little off-grid cabin there. This one doesn't have very good cell coverage, so the Zoom sessions I can't really Zoom very easily. But the phone, it seems to be holding up pretty good.
Yeah, a lot less bandwidth.
Glad to be able to join. Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm just going to miss these, but I'm glad there's going to be one in July, and looking forward to joining for that one.
Yeah, and I'm glad you could come too. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful for everyone being here, but haven't seen you in a while, so thank you. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So welcome. Thank you. Big hugs.
All right. Blessings. All right. Well, Franny joined in. Hello, Franny. You're up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay.
You're up.
Oh,
You're up for bat here. So what do you
okay.
have? What's happening with you?
I'm at the airport and I'm in Atlanta on the way to Charlotte. And my flight is boarding, but I have a few minutes. I'm just going to ask for prayers from everybody. I'm actually going to a wedding, but after I had planned the trip for the wedding, a dear friend passed away right before Christmas. So I'll be spending some time with his wife. And you know how grief is when it comes to visit. It's something we have to make room for. And if you haven't finished grieving anything else, then that's going to show up too. So I think I'm just going to ask for everybody's support.
Well, blessings and just lots of light for you and for her and her, yeah, yeah. And it probably isn't much of a consolation, but I think you're probably aware it was his time. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Nicole
yeah.
just said, right. Yeah. When it was planned this way, and it's hard on the earthly level, but especially for his wife, but they this has some growth for her, and we'll talk about it later. But anyway, lots of light for her.
Thank you. He was a great man. He lived a great life. We can tell so many Mike Barnes stories. It's amazing. So I hope there'll be some laughter as well.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Well, get on the plane. Don't miss the plane. Blessings for you.
I'm going to stay on, but I'm going to kill my video. I'm going to turn my video and my mute off, but I'll listen for a few more minutes.
All right. Well, you were. Ivy's phone just said goodbye, so I just wanted to let you know. So, just at this point, Franny, I'm glad you're able to get on the flight. We'll send lots of light, and we'll talk more later about this. I think, and I think that'll be the time to do it. And just right now, just enjoy the wedding, and then, and I know you'll be there comforting her at her loss. So that's very, very, very thoughtful and heartfelt, genuine love there on your part. So we'll talk some more when you get back. All right. Wow. Okay. Anyway, anyone who watches, there's little messages coming up. I'm trying to read them, and anyway, so we're going to go around, and any last thoughts or anything? I'm going to go in the same order, except the order has changed now, because when people switch modes, they move around on the screen here. So Paula, do you have any last thoughts, any comments, questions, anything at all?
No, just a heartfelt thank you to Jeff and Debra, to everyone in the group. And it's not the ending of anything, it's the beginning of a brand new something.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to what that is. So thank you, everyone, for always being here and for all the grace we hold for each other and the support that we offer. It's always been appreciated, and I love each and every one of you. And I'll see you again. If it's not on a Zoom call, it's at a meditation or a sound shower.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. And it's a blessing for us, for all of you. I mean, it's been wonderful. And we're waiting too, because it's time. We feel like it's time to, something is waiting, and it was time for this to happen. So, yeah, thank you. All right. Lisa, she moved. Lisa, any last thoughts, questions, anything at all?
No, it's just been a great evening. Jeff, I appreciate you doing this. It's been wonderful. And it's always great to hear what everybody's doing and where they're at.
Yeah.
And same as what Paula said, it's just great that we can support each other. And I feel like this is going to be it's going to move us into something new. And so I'm excited for that.
So am
So,
I. So thank you. And I think it's true for all of us. I think it's happening. I think it's new and wonderful things are coming because we're ready for them. So thank you.
thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Pat, you're next.
Gosh, I don't even know what to say. Lots of love to you, Franny. We're all sending you love.
Yeah.
This is amazing tonight. It's a very upbeat, gosh, that's such a weird thing to say. I don't know. There's a lot of love going between all of us and from the universe to each of us. And I just want to say thank you for having this for so long and for what is coming.
Yeah.
Because we're all part of it together. So thanks, everybody. And
Thank you. And you're right. Deborah reminded me and went, look, it's been almost 5 years, just a month or so short of 5 years. So it didn't seem like it's that long, but wow. And and I know we've talked about it before, but each of us is a channel for everybody. So when we're in this call, all of us are channeling energy for everybody else, and we're all receiving from, so we're a channel for everyone else, and they're a channel for us. And holy smokes, it's why afterward I have to take two hours before I go to bed, because there's so much energy. So thank you. Yeah. So many wonderful things are just waiting now, and especially this year as I've talked about these new energies and the new things coming in, it's really moving, and especially for the light workers, which is everyone here. So, and now Nicole, any last thoughts?
And that's great getting to see everybody. And it's neat to find somebody closer to me. Portland's not that far away from Grants Pass. So it's nice to know that there's others out here. But I'm hoping to return this summer for at least a couple days. So I'm going to try to schedule it around a meditation.
Sure. Let's do that.
I definitely need it and miss it. Meditating by myself is not as much fun as being in the group, even though I know when we meditate together. So it's just nice to be in presence and get hugs. That's what I miss. I miss the hugs.
Well, we'll see you this summer then.
Absolutely.
All right.
And love to you, Franny.
Yes, Franny. We're all thinking of you, sending you lots of light. And Ivy, do you have any last thoughts? Anything to share before we move on? Is it going? It's there. It's being stubborn. There you go. Okay.
Oh, it's me. I just want to thank you both. And yeah, love to you, Franny. I could see it when you got on. I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that I wanted to add, and I think it's a possibility, during those times that, they show up and take us for a ride or take us out for a few hours. You were talking about, the like shifting the tunnels or creating tunnels. And all of a sudden I was given this vision of like not just the cords coming from us, but cords coming from other people, like those cords were being connected, people that we hadn't even met. And I guess why that came up was because the first or second time that I went out for a few hours, I came back and I'm like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I guess I'll go to bed. And next thing you know, my phone rings and somebody that I hadn't met, he had been given my number many months ago, called, and we ended up on the phone like for an hour and a half talking about well-variety. And I follow a Native American spiritual path, so we were talking about that, and I was helping him figure out different connections and connecting their group to our group, so forth. And so the minute that you said that, I thought about that and was like, oh, maybe it's not just creating tunnels. Maybe it is connecting chords that, our paths are supposed to find each other to help the collective.
Yeah.
That's what just came to me. And I really enjoyed the harp tonight. Thank you so much. And I've really enjoyed getting on and listening into this and hearing these insights. And it's just a beautiful group of people. So I appreciate you all.
Wow.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, and it's just great love between the whole group here, and it's our spiritual family here. So, wow. So thank you. Franny, do you have any last thoughts while you're sitting on the airplane? Okay. I believe that. Okay, thank you. We get an airplane view here. All right.
Just wonderful to be here and to feel the love in this group. And thank you both so much for creating it and making it such a wonderful place to explore our spiritual path. It's been really awesome.
Well, it's been our privilege. It's been a real, and I have to tell you, it's not as always as altruistic either, because, as we're all channels for each other, we know all of a sudden things happen for us too. I mean, just wonderful things happen, and we're just a blessing unto each other. I truly believe that. That is just what I believe, that when we come and follow our path and follow our guidance, and as we help each other, it just goes out and out and out into the world. So anyway, thank you. Jessica, any last thoughts? Any questions? Anything at all?
Oh, just want to say it was great to see everybody, and I want to wish everybody a beautiful new year and many happy things coming everyone's way.
Yes, same to you. Yes, happy new year. I keep forgetting about this. This is a new year. I kind of ignore years, but it is a happy new year. It absolutely is.
Yes. Yes, and the music is beautiful, so thank you.
Yeah, the crystal harp is definitely, I think, pretty much everyone's favorite. I don't know anyone that doesn't think that's at the top of their list anyway. So I'm grateful that Debra was able to fix it. Oh boy, that was what a blessing. All right, Marci, any last thoughts or questions, comments, anything?
I think everyone's already said it. Just so much gratitude and appreciation for having this experience together and for each person. And Franny, what a heart opener that was. Oh my gosh, what a way to end it. Oh, thank you all so much.
Thank you. Wow. And last, Evie, any last thoughts, questions, anything at all?
Yeah, thank you. Just echoing what everybody else has shared this evening. Just so much appreciation to be here, to be listening and holding space and sending prayers, Franny. And I forgot to mention earlier, I had similar experiences as others with just being really tired. And this last weekend, I slept for the whole day. I stayed in bed all of Saturday, just going in and out of sleep, and I was able to go to sleep at Saturday night, and I woke up Sunday just very refreshed. And I get the sense must have been moving some energy or something. And
yeah, it's been a lot
it
coming
just
in.
really resonates.
Yeah, it really is. So, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got so much happening with you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyway, wow. Thank you. And you. All right, Debra. I want to see what you have to say.
Yeah, I do. I have something I'd like to say. I have. Give me the mic. Okay.
She's got the mic.
Make me have the mic. Like all of you, I've been going through a lot as well, physically letting go of a lot of things. I'm not really tired. I was a little bit today, but normally that's not my thing. Mine has been, I wake up and thinking, oh, I'm going to do all these wonderful things. And then as the day progresses, I don't do anything. I'm just sitting there doing nothing. And it's about being for me. And so I've been doing a lot of that the last, I don't know, probably the last 6 months or so. Not real motivated, just kind of hanging out, because a lot of things have been shifting. I've been letting it go, a lot of things, a lot of physical things have been happening. So, but I don't want to go into all that. But anyway, it's all good. I know it's all good. A lot of things are big things are being let go of. So that's a good thing. The one thing I wanted to say is Pat had mentioned a while back about the monks that are walking across the country for the walk for peace. And the last 3 or 4 days I've been on their Facebook page, and I just get mesmerized and feel the energy of these monks and how beautiful their energies are. And they're affecting so many people with their love and their beingness and just walking for peace. And people are being touched so profoundly. And so I just really feel like the time is now that we are to be intentional with our life and what we want in our life, and to be really focused on living in our heart in love and peace and spreading that with others. And so if you haven't had a chance to check it out, it's the Walk for Peace, the Walk for Peace. Check out these monks. They're walking all the way from Texas to Washington, D.C., 2,300 miles. It's like 24 monks. So it's pretty amazing what's happening with these beautiful beings that they're doing. So, yeah, that's all I really had to share. I know big things are going to be happening for me this year. And I guess another thing I wanted to say is that I've let go of a lot of things that I've done in the past. I'm not doing all the things I used to do. And I'm okay with that now. And I'm open for what's next. I want to be free to be able to just pick up and go somewhere if I want to go without having to worry about the garden and worry about this and worry about that. I want to feel free, light, and be able to just be. So that's what has been happening with me for the last year or so.
A little more.
A little more, yeah. It's been a big journey for me. So anyway, and I appreciate all of you being here. I know I'm not on the calls that often because I wasn't guided to do that. I think part of it is because I've been guided to just be by myself more so than normal, to really just go inward and really work on what's been happening in my life. And I just really felt like I could not be part of the group and sharing too much. I know I've been here once in a while, but then when we have the next one, I'll be there. I think I'll be there. So I really miss all of you guys and cherish you all. So I'm so glad that you're in our lives. So
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad you were here. And I used to say that people, before we close here, but I go in town because Debra kind of she is just being. And I say, yeah, I'm married. And they say, yeah, sure you are. Sure. Where is she? I've never seen her. And I said, and finally I just said, she's not a mythological creature. That's where that comment comes from. She's, there's been Sasquatch sightings and UFO sightings, but we don't quite have don't have one to show anybody. So that's what I said. No, see, she's here. She's real. She's not a mythological creature. Well, in all, just with all heartfelt, love and caring. I'm so grateful for all of you for having been here for all these years. We've been together, sharing with each other and helping each other. And we've, it was Debra's idea to actually have Shays Insights, just so you know that. I think I mentioned that sometime before, but if you weren't here to hear it, it was her idea. And I thought, okay, let's try that out for a few months. And well, it's been more than a few months, but it's been such a wonderful journey with all of us here, and it's not ending. So many new energies are coming in. We're all moving on to these new things, and I think we can just do these Shays Insights. I'm not going to say quarterly, but I know I've got one in July. Maybe we'll do one sooner if we need to. And when we're called, yeah. And again, whoever wants to be there can be there. And just want to say, just so many blessings you've been for us, and I'm so glad you're in our lives. And We look forward to seeing, for those that are nearby, see you at the sound showers, meditations. So before, I just want to close out this final Shays Insights of the monthly one. Just blessings, lights, and love for all of you, and just follow your heart, follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell would say. And so with that, I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Love you all.
Let's see if I can get this to end.